Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to Zen Romance Tarot. We're going to take a look at Gemini. Hi Gemini. Going to take a look at your energy. So when I pulled these cards, I saw 3 chakras come out. That's heavy. We'll look at that. Okay. So, what I'm getting, Gemini, your current energy, is there's something going on in the heart space. I feel like you're currently in an energy of maybe love and generosity, compassion, doing things for other people, right? Okay, that's fair. However, I feel like besides that, there's some scenarios, Gemini, where you gave your heart to something and you kind of played yourself a little bit, just saying. I kind of feel that way because I feel like obviously there's some loss and regret of a relationship here. Something happened. I feel like something that you thought was going to be actually pretty stable, and it was all like, listen, the paperwork was right. Like, y'all was like this on paper. But I don't think that happened. It don't look like that happened. So that wasn't successful. You're going to see that. It's reversed. Like the memories of love reversed. You're thinking about it now. I think this person, I'm not sure. I think the dynamics, somebody might have been, obviously, somebody's always older than one. Whatever that dynamic is, this is like, I don't want to say a significant age difference, but it's an age difference. Or maturity difference. I'll definitely say maturity difference. I was trying to get the feel for it, so I pulled like an Etch-a-Sketch, the cards to show, they give me, maybe I could feel the energy of the time, because this could be two separate, this is a general reading, right? So, Gemini, or it could be Gemini thinking of somebody who's older, and Gemini thinking of somebody who's younger. The significance in years. Sorry guys, these dates over here, don't even ignore those, please. Don't even pay those any mind. But there's some significant age difference in between who you're thinking about, Gemini, or you have two different people. Between you and the person that you're currently thinking about, there's an age difference, or there's an age difference between the two people that you currently have on your mind. Okay, I see one might be a little bit more old-fashioned and the other one might be a little bit more modern. Who knows? Let's move on. Okay, so we have the second chakra, and it's reversed. So this deals with like sexuality and like feelings like that. This is reversed, and I know I said a couple of months ago there's some Geminis out there questioning the sexuality. That I feel. Alright, but it's also, the general sense of it where you are beginning to take care of yourself and acknowledge certain things, right? You're creating some sort of a change in your life. Because some things haven't been right. And it looks like you're going, it says you're thinking about it, but I kind of think you're almost there because we're going to see you going at an accelerated pace. It also says that you've been suffering in silence. Because you found out something, or there was something that you just weren't rocking with, and the harmony wasn't there in whatever connection you just came out of. I know I'm all over the place with this, just go with me, because I'll get it at the end. So I feel like there's some sort of a loss here. I feel like you having this thing where, you know what, I know it's time to move on. I'm listening to myself, it's time to move on. You're operating out of wisdom now. And you're kind of like stepping back from everybody. But you're stuck. I feel like you're stuck in these areas, but you're still there. Do you know what I mean? You know when you're there somewhere, you're just stuck because it might take a longer time to process something? That could be it. Or it might just be too painful to to move. Sometimes we get like that. It's just so painful. You can't even, you're like, you know what? This is what I'm going to do going forward. If it's a chicken, right? Act like a chicken. Sure look like one. You keep telling me you beef. You're going to pay attention to your intuition. You're just moving in a whole nother level right now. And it's going to be an accelerated motion. And the minute you start doing that, that's when your prosperity begins. But there's a sacrifice that needs to be made in this process because you're suffering in silence. This is the thing. All three of these cards down at the bottom are reversed. You have triumph, no success. Things didn't go the way you wanted them to in relationships. That's because that's the heart chakra. So I'm sorry. I'm looking at it from that perspective. Suffering in silence. You know what I mean? Like, just not taking care of yourself. So here, your eyes are wide open. You're like, I need to do this now or else something's got to give. What's got to give? What cards are going to tell me what's going to give? All right. What's got to give? What's got to give? Ancestors. 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 Oh, did I? Yeah, I told you guys. 1976 is when I think the computer came about or something like that. And then 1960 was the Etch-a-Sketch. I thought it was the other way. I don't know. Whatever. I'm looking at it from when I knew it. So, whatever. You know, I ain't good with time. Ancestors. Ancestors. Help me out here. What's going on with Gemini? What cards are these? Semi-sextile, allowing, encourages, sees potential in, clarifies, gives hope to, compensates, intuits, tempers, responds, cycles, grows, realizes, rewards. That's deep. Because this whole card is speaking about growth and awakening. It's like, you know what? I'm looking at everything that I've done in the past. So you can see that. I'm looking at how I moved in the past. I didn't make the greatest decisions, but it was definitely a journey, an adventure. But what do I get out of it now? Because we're going to take a look at this. Okay. See, I believe there's some insecurities here. Let me see. Hold on. That didn't give me what I wanted. What happened here? Okay. Ancestors, please be frank. Tell me what Gemini is walking away from. Tell me what Gemini is walking away from. Tell me what Gemini is changing from, coming out of, transitioning out of. Ancestors. Why was Gemini suffering? Please clarify the suffering. Please clarify the suffering. Coffee. Okay. Well, you're in mourning because of the death of a relationship. There was some sort of change that happened. There was a transition that needed to happen. And you sort of feel liberated by it because you're going to start to be prosperous after that. Because right now it looks like you're in the energy of surrendering things that don't serve you anymore and just kind of moving on to see where it leads me. I think your whole goal was success anyway. I believe your whole goal here was success, but whoever you wound up with, it was something not right with that. But there was a sacrifice that needed to be made. I'm gonna find out what that sacrifice is. The sacrifice was a relationship. That's what it says. It says endings bring new beginnings. So actually, you know what? That kind of is the sacrifice. You have to sacrifice this relationship. No, not really. Not really. Hold on. Everybody does speak the love. Memories of love. Ancestors. Give me one more. Heartbroken. Oh, Gemini. Deeply hurt. Sad. You're in separation. I kind of figured that. Looked like you in isolation to me, but okay. Breakup. It was a breakup. feeling lost, grieving. And didn't I just say grieving and mourning? Yes, I did. Yes. Yes. Okay, so because of the ending, you're heartbroken. But the result of it is growth, right? All right. Let's see. Now, let's look at who broke Gemini's heart. I want to see. Hold up. I want to see on the big screen who did this. Because I was going to use these, but I want Gemini to know who. Let me stop. I don't know who. I know I ain't right. I'm so cheap. I probably can't even get these cards together. Yeah, I can. There we go. All right. These are like some love somethings. I really like these. They're cute. And I like the pictures. Now, you know, some decks you have to like go between cups or whatever and figure out what the rocks mean and the shells. I'm like, man, listen. All right. Ancestors. Ancestors. Ooh, okay. All right, well, okay. Let's see. Ooh. Queen of Roses, the leader. And then there was Ten of Wings, it was difficulty. Okay, so. Queen of Roses in this deck is Queen of Cups. So, I said who? Is he or she mourning over the leader, Queen of Roses? This might be another story in itself. Because it says here that you're grieving the Queen of Cups. So you could be grieving a Cancer, a Pisces, or a Scorpio. The next card that came out is Ten of Wands. All right. We got, okay, it's 10, I think it's 10 of Wings, yeah, Wands in this deck. So if it's Wands, that could be an Aries, a Leo, Sagittarius. It looks like you're sad over a water sign. If you're entertaining somebody who maybe is a Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, maybe you're having difficulty with them or had difficulty with them. Or this water sign could have been the leader on your mind. Because remember, something had to be sacrificed. But we also asked who broke the heart. So did a water sign break your heart, Gemini? Is that possible? Or did an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius break your heart? Let me see if there's another one. Jeez. Joy reverse, 6 of shells. Okay, so I'm thinking shells in this deck is probably going to be swords, right? I think so. Okay, so that's being stuck. Are you? Okay. Stuck about what? Your joy is reversed, just stuck. Stuck between what? Is there a decision to be made? I just see memories of love. I see you operating out of your heart chakra. I see that you did not have success, probably in, I'm going to say love or any relationship right now, currently. I don't think there was success with that. I think that there was some communication having to do with a water sign. I also think that it could have been a fire sign. But then we have 6 of shells. So shells is swords. Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. That could just mean Gemini is having some difficulty, which we know that. And your joy is reversed because you had to say, okay, I get it. I think I get it now. Alright, I think I get it. I think, Gemini, I think that, like I said before, you're on some kind of a journey, some reevaluation of yourself. I think that these people, I'm going to put this together. I think what happened, I think these are two different people. I think one is younger, one is older. I think one is an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I think one could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio that you had to sacrifice. I think you were there for them as much as you could be. Like you offered hope and compassion and all those things. But you couldn't stay because you still had your own developing to do. right? In the grand scheme of things, I think that's where you are now. I don't think this is how you got here. I think how you got here was somebody completely destroyed you and broke you down like it was tragic. I'm just being real with it. I think somebody like completely like, I don't know, murdered you like emotionally. But I think what had to be sacrificed were these two parties, these two different people. And I think because you sacrificed them, because posterity begins, I think that was a sacrifice. So it's time to focus on you a little bit so you can be happy. Know that you can make it on your own and you don't need anybody else to help you. You are not dependent on people. Whatever was going on with you in the past, that is not you anymore. And growth is a beautiful thing. And unfortunately, even when you love people, in order for you to grow, like these things, they're hard to deal with, but they should happen. They are necessary. Because how can you grow at all if you don't shed any of the things that like destroys you mentally? Seriously. So I think overall this to me is not bad. I think you had to sacrifice two people that you care deeply about, but that's when your prosperity begins. And I think once you come out of this energy, I'm so excited to see what happens next. Once you come out of this, I'm wondering, it's just not way too long. I'm not going to read that, but I'm just saying. I think that's your energy. You have to sacrifice some relationships. All right, and that could include also, I want to be very clear, it could be a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini, because two Geminis can get together. Good luck with that, but I mean, it does happen. All right, guys, I love you. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch me. Like, share, subscribe, please. Hit me up in the comments. Like, I'll wake up in the middle of the night and get these inklings to read. And if you see me live, feel free to just ask a question. All right. Oh, yeah, man. Make sure you check on your neighbors, especially the elderly ones. I got one across the street. I love him. All right, peeps. Bye-bye.